115 from his friend and repay it in 10 monthly installment. Each installment is double than the previous installment. Find the first and last installment. So it is given that man borrows 5,115 from his friend and repay with, see the condition, each installment is double than the previous one. So if the first installment is of rupees A, so first installment is A, that we don't know, but ratio is 2 and total amount is 5115 and he has to pay this in 10 installments. So N is also available. So first of all use the formula of Sn. What is the formula? Which formula we have to use? A into R raised to N minus 1 upon R minus 1. Substitute all values. A we don't know. R is what? 2 raised to 10 minus 1 upon 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1 into 5115, that is same thing, 5115. A and 2 raised to 10 is 1024 minus 1 is 1023. So tell me the answer. 5. So the first installment is of rupees 5. And now last installment means 10th installment, and the formula of 10th term is A into R raised to 9, because the formula of nth term is A into R raised to N minus 1. So now put the value of A 5, R 2 raised to 9. Now tell me the answer.
2,560.
So this is last installment. First installment is of rupees 5. Last installment is of rupees 2560. Now let us do this question 58. A father promises his son to give 1 paisa on 1st January, 2 paisa on 2nd January, 4 paisa on 3rd January, 8 paisa on 4th January, and so on. Find the amount boy is likely to receive at the end of January. Here find the total amount. Better word is total amount. The boy is likely to receive at the end of January. So we have to find out total amount he will able to get at the end of January if he received 1 paisa first day, 2 paisa second day, then 4 paisa next day, 8 paisa next day, up to. So total how many days should be there in January?
31.
Correct. So total 31 terms are there. So here A equal to 1, R equal to 2, N equal to 31, and we have to find out total amount. So once again use the formula Sn equal to A into R raised to N minus 1 upon R minus 1. So S31 equal to 1 in bracket 2 raised to 31 minus 1 upon 2 minus 1. Now if you check in calculator, 2 raised to 31 is a quite big value, so keep this as it is, and that is your final answer. Or you can calculate if you want. 2 raised to 31, that is not the small value. Even in calculator we are able to calculate. If you want the answer, you can use scientific calculator. 2 raised to 31 minus 1. So this much paisa divide by 100. So this much rupees, total rupees is this much. So it's a quite big amount. Only 1 paisa first day, 2 paisa, not rupees. Then he get this much amount. So it is a quite big amount. Okay, so it is difficult to calculate in normal calculator. So this is our answer. 2 raised to 31 minus 1 paisa. That is my final answer. Question number 59. An amount of rupees 312 is divided among 4 persons A, B, C, D if the amount received by them in GP and the sum of the amount of A and D is 252, find the amount received by each one of them. So total amount is 312 and the amount received by A and D is 252, and we have to find out the amount each one will get. So here there are 4 persons, means we have to assume 4 terms. It should be in GP, but listen, 4 terms we have to assume in GP, but here product of that 4 term is not given. So which 4 number we have to assume? Can you tell me?
A into R square.
Correct.
A
Let us assume A, B, C, D will get amount A, AR, AR square, AR cube. So here total amount is given. So total of A, AR, AR square, AR cube. What is the total? 312.
312.
Correct. And total of A and D is given. Total of A and D is 252. A means this and D means this. 252. So are you able to find out total of this remaining 2 terms?
60.
60. Now solve this to equation 2 and 3. So because it's a form of multiplication, divide 2 by 3 or 3 by 2. Take A common. Take A common from 2. What we get?
1 plus R cube.
And here take AR common. What we get?
1 plus R.
Correct. Now cancel this A. Now 1 plus R cube. Use the formula A cube plus B cube. A plus B into A square minus AB plus B square. Here A is 1 and B is R. So tell me the factor of this 1 plus R cube. What is factor of 1 plus R cube?
1 plus R.
Correct.
1 minus R plus R cube. R square.
Correct. And now you can cancel by 12 if you know directly. Otherwise you can cancel by 2 first of all. So if we cancel by 2, what we get? 126. Once again can divide by 2. 15 divided by 2. 63. Now divide by 3. 5 divided by 3. 21. So we get 21 upon 5. You can cancel 1 minus R. Now cross multiply and tell me the simplified form. Cross multiply and simplify. What we get?
5 minus 5R plus 5R square is equal to 21R.
Correct. So we get 5R square minus 26R. Why we get minus 26? Minus 5R minus 21R. If we take 21R this side, we get minus. So minus 5R minus 21R minus 26R. Now 5 5s are 25. Factorize 25, so we get 26. So it should be 5R square minus 25R minus R plus 5 equal to 0. Now factorize. Take
5R.
Take minus 1 common. So what is the factor? R minus 5, 5R minus 1. So what do we get R?
R is equal to 5.
Or
1 upon 5.
correct. So R equal to 5 or 1 upon 5. Now take any one out of these two value. So taking R equal to 5 and put in equation 1 or 2 or in 3. So let us put in 3. Our third equation is AR plus AR square. So A into 5 plus A into R square 25 equal to 60. So this is 5A plus 25A, that means 60A, 30A equal to 60. So we get A equal to 2. So now we know the value of A and R is 5. R is 5. So amount is amount for A, B, C, D. That is nothing but A, AR, AR square, AR cube. These are 4 persons. And this is the amount. So the amount is 2, 2 5s are 10, 10 5s are 50, 50 5s are 250. So my final answer is 2, 10, 50, 250. 2, 10, 50, 250. These two you can consider as your homework 61 and 60. Let us do this question number 63. The arithmetic mean and positive geometric mean of two numbers are 20 and 12 respectively. Find the numbers. So we want to find out numbers in such a way that their arithmetic mean and geometric mean are 20 and 12 respectively. So let the numbers are x and y. Here arithmetic mean is 20 and geometric mean is 12. Tell me the arithmetic mean of x and y. X plus y divided by 2 arithmetic mean. Simply add two numbers and divide it by 2. And what is geometric mean? Multiply these two numbers and take its square root. That is the formula of geometric mean. Now take 2 in another side. Take square on both the side. Now from this either you can find out value of x or y. Let us find out value of y. 40 minus x. Substitute that value of y here in this equation. So we get x in bracket y. Y means what? 40 minus x equal to 144. Now simplify. So what we get? 40x minus x square. Take x square and 40x another side. So we get plus x square minus 40x, and that side 144 is already there, equal to 0. Now factorize 144. So we get 40, 36 4za. That is the factor. Now take common x, x minus 36. Take common 4, x minus 36. So factors are x minus 36, x minus 4. So the value of x equal to 36 or x equal to 4. Now what is y? Y is nothing but 40 minus x. So if we subtract 36 from 40 we get 4. Or if we subtract 4 from 40 we get 36. So my final answer is numbers are either 4 or 36. Numbers are 4 and 36, or you can say 36 and 4. So both are valid answer, but numbers are 4 and 36. So find the numbers. Numbers are 4 and 36. Question number 63. The arithmetic mean of two number exceed their geometric mean by 14. Arithmetic mean of two number exceed their geometric mean by 14. Arithmetic mean exceed means more. How much? 14 from geometric mean. So arithmetic mean is 14 plus geometric mean. That is we have to give one. And the first number is 9 times the second number. First number is 9 times second number. So first number, let us say x. X is 9 times y. First x is first number and y is second number. Now what is the formula of arithmetic mean? Once again, tell me the formula of arithmetic mean.
X plus y upon 2.
And geometric mean square root of xy. Put the value of x. X means what? 9y. 9y plus y. Here 9y into y. So this is 10y upon 2. This is 9y square. So 10y upon 2 is what? 5y.
5y.
And this equal to what?
9y plus 14.
3y.
Sorry, 3.
3y. Take 3y in another side. We get 2y equal to 14, so we get y equal to 7. And our x is what? 9y. Put y equal to 7. 9 into 7. So we get x equal to 63. So my answer is 63 is the first number, second number is 7. 63 is first number, second number is 7. This you can, it is same like as 62, so consider this as your homework. This one is also home. Okay, let us do this question 65. See the question. The sum of three numbers in GP is 70. If the first and last number multiplied by 4 and middle number is multiplied by 5, they form AP. The numbers are sum of three numbers, product is not given. In GP is 70. So in GP there are three numbers, let us say A, AR, AR square. Here A plus AR square is 70, that is given in the question. Now it is also given that if we multiply first and third number, means last number, by 4 and middle number by 5. So if you multiply first by 4, so we get 4a. If we multiply this last by 4, we get 4ar square. And if we multiply middle number by 5, we get 5ar. So we get answer or numbers in AP. It is given that if we do this thing, they form an AP. So now in AP, we know that double of the middle number should be equal to total of first and third number. That is a condition. If A, B, C are in AP, then it's like this: B minus A and C minus B are equal. If we take B in this side, we get B plus B, and here we get C plus A. That means ultimately 2B equal to A plus C. So if three numbers are in AP, this is the condition: double of the middle number should be total of first and third number. Now multiply this, so we get 10AR, and take common here. So you can take 4A common, so we get 1 plus R square. Now cancel A from both the side. Even you can cancel by 2, divide by 2. So if we divide by 2, we get 5R, and if we divide by 2, we get 2 only. Now open the bracket. So we get 2 plus 2R square. Now take 5R in another side. So what we get? 2R square minus 5R plus 2 equal to 0. Now simplify, factorize. What is factor?
4 minus 1.
4 minus 1. Take common. So we get factors R minus 2, 2R minus 1 equal to 0. So we get R equal to 2 or 1 upon 2. Taking R equal to 2 and put that in equation 1. Taking R equal to 2 and from 1. Our equation 1 is what? A plus AR square is 70. That is given in the question. So put A equal to 2. So what we get? Sorry, R equal to 2. So what we get? A plus 2A. And what we get here?
4a.
Equal to 70. So we get 7A equal to 70. So we get A equal to 10. So A is 10, R is 2. A is 10, R is 2. So numbers are AR square. That becomes 10, 20, 40. Or you can write 40, 20, 10. Both are valid answer. So the answer is 10, 20 and 40. Let us do this question 66. Three numbers whose sum is 18 are in AP. Now instead of GP here AP is given. Sum is given 18, and here it is given that if 2, 4 and 11 are respectively added to them, we get a GP. Find the numbers. So three numbers in AP, but sum is given 18. So which three number we have to assume in AP when sum is given? Which number are better in AP when sum is known?
A plus AR plus AR square.
No, it is for AP. Sorry,
Oh,
GP. Here we have to take for AP. A minus D, A plus D. Because it is AP. Here sum is given 15. Sum is given
18.
18. Sorry. So if we add, what we get? If we add these three numbers, what we get? D will cancel. We get 3A equal to 18.
3.
So we get A equal to 6. So my numbers in AP are 6 minus D, 6, 6 plus D. Now it is given that if we add 2 in first number, if we add 2 in first, 4 in second and 11 in third, then this three numbers form GP. So that becomes GP, numbers of GP. So in GP what we get? 6 plus 2, 8 minus D, then 10, and 6 plus 11, 17 plus D. Now we know that if three numbers A, B, C are in GP, if they are in GP, then square of middle one equal to multiplication of first and third. That should be the condition. So tell me what we get here. What is our next step?
100 is equal to 8 minus D into 70 plus D.
So 10 square is 100 equal to 8 into 17, 136 plus 8D minus 17D minus D square. So we get 100 equal to 136. 8D minus 17D is minus 9D minus D square. Take D square in another side, 9D in another side, and 136 in another side. So 100 minus 136 we get minus 36. Now factorize 36, so we get 9. 12 threes are. So the factors are D plus 12 and D minus 3 equal to 0. So we get D equal to minus 12 or D equal to 3. Both are valid answer. You can consider any one answer, no problem in exam. If it is given that find out all possible options, then we have to take both the values. So taking our A is what? 6 and D equal to 3. Numbers A minus D, A plus D. 6 minus 3, 6, 6 plus 3. So we get 3, 6, 9. Or else, if we put A equal to 6 and D equal to minus 12, then our numbers 6 minus minus 12, 6, 6 plus minus 12. So ultimately we get 6 plus 12, 18, then 6, and 6 minus 12 is minus 6. So these are two possible answers. You can write any one answer in exam, no problem at all. If nothing is mentioned with clarity, like find out both all possible answers. So here my answer is either you can write 3, 6, 9 or 18, 6 and minus 6. Both are valid. Now this two you can consider as your homework. Okay. This is also simple homework. This one is homework. This one is also homework. Let us do this question 72, and that is the last question of this chapter. Remaining all questions you can try by yourself. If we find any difficulty, we will discuss in our next lecture. Question number 72. Two numbers are in the ratio of 1 is to 9. So let the two numbers are x and 9x, because ratio is given 1:9. Now what other information, what we want to do? Prove that arithmetic mean and geometric mean are in the ratio of 5:3. So it's very simple. First of all, find out arithmetic mean of these two number, then geometric mean of these two number, and then take ratio. So for arithmetic mean, just you have to add these two number and you have to divide by 2. So we get 10x upon 2, we get 5x. And what is geometric mean? Multiplication of these two numbers and then its square root. So we get 9x square and root is 3x. But we want to find out ratio of arithmetic mean and geometric mean. So ratio is 5x upon 3x. You can cancel x. So we get 5 by 3. So the ratio is 5:3. That is my final answer. See the answer. 5:3 is the answer. So now remaining all questions you are able to solve by yourself. Most of all the remaining questions are the examples of your university exam. So you will get the idea whether you have full knowledge to attend the lectures of university or not. Try to find out remaining all questions. From next lecture onwards we will start new topic. If you have any question, you can ask your doubt.
Sir, assignment